Hey guys, SmartNinja000 here. Today we are in the most recent snapshot, 18W02A, and this snapshot made a lot of changes to the execute command and the teleport command. Now there are some things to note. Some of the features in this snapshot are obviously broken, and if you want to test the snapshot, I suggest either creating your own snapshot world for testing snapshots or making a backup of a world you are going to use the snapshots in. And the reasoning behind that is they are very experimental and can crash your game. Anyway, we're going to start off with the teleport command. Now the teleport command is still pretty much the same, except here, if you remember from one of my previous videos, we did an armor stand named turn. We're going to use that for basically all this. You do have to add the limit now, which is nice, just to be a little bit more precise. Now there are some definite bugs with this, which we'll get into in a second. Now facing has been changed, so the facing, now you need to do facing entity, and you want to do, we're actually going to put these coordinates here, but facing entity, and then you want to do your entity, which is tag equal turn limit equal 1. Make sure you have these limits. These are going to be a lot more. We will be facing it. Now there's something else they added, which is facing feet or facing eyes. Now if I face eyes, you might be thinking, well, that's broken. Look, if I teleport, it's looking above. And what's actually happening is we're executing from my feet to look at its eyes, which means we are actually if we go into F5, our feet, where our feet is, which is one block below, is looking at it. Now, the reason behind them using this is really simple. If we just set a block at our location, you'll notice it is going to be at our feet. So technically, the player is at its feet. The player's feet is where they are actually at. Like if you were to summon an entity, it all corresponds to the feet. Now there are some, if we do execute, and then I believe a lot of these are actually broken right now. But anchored, and if we do eyes, then if we do run, and we're just going to copy this because we are going to go back to this command, and we can paste this in, and we will be looking at our eyes to its eyes. Now this is nice if you want to do something such as that Enderman up there. It's type, not tag. And then we can look at its feet. So if you want to look at your feet, at the feet of something, you do have to go through your eyes to its feet. Now, another thing they did is they changed the execute offset. It is now position. Now that just works the same. You can also do as entity, although I believe that is broken. I couldn't get that to work. Rotated is also broken. There's already a bug report for that, so I know that's. But what's supposed to happen is it's supposed to take which way you were facing, and then you can use that. So, for example, this armor stand, whichever way the armor stand's facing, we can then use it off the player's direction. Now they also added execute if score, so we can do API. The target objective is launch, and we do, and then we have all these different options. So if it matches 0, I believe, is how we do it. Then we want to do run, say lol. So, and you can of course do 5, and you can even do your greater than, less than, equal to symbol, which is nice. Now they have also added the execute in, and what this does is it allows you to run commands in other worlds. So if the example most people use is run locate, and we're going to locate an end city, and we get the coordinates. And if we want to, if we do /locate in the overworld, which is where we are now, and I do end city, it won't be there. But what you can also do is execute in, then we're going to go to the end, and we are going to go to that end city, and we will teleport to it. Run TP, API, to these locations. Now it takes a second to load, but here we go. We are in our end city, and we can also teleport back. But now what's cool is you can also do it through entities. So if we do execute in the overworld, we're going to run tp @p @e tag equal turn limit equal 1, and we will teleport back, which is a really nice way to actually, and it will be very useful for map makers, that is, it allows you to teleport through dimensions. Now you can also do facing, and in this case what we're doing is we are going to be executing as though we are looking at the Enderman's eyes, and we will teleport. So you can notice we're teleporting towards the Enderman's eyes, and it works everywhere, of course, which is a really nice thing, which is great. And of course you can also do your execute facing, or your TP @p, your coordinates, facing, you can enter in coordinates. Although it is finicky, so be careful when you use it. So, for example, you could do something like this, but it doesn't actually seem to be working. So, I'm not really sure. Good luck with that, guys. Actually, wait, I think we'd have to do it like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's pretty finicky, a lot of these things. This has definitely got more bugs than usual. And now a few other things. We have a new block tag, which is Enderman holdable, meaning the Enderman can pick it up. We have changed the translation files from .lang key value to .json key value, so it's in JSON. It's basically JSON text, or JSON format, which is, in case you don't know, it's stuff like key, then you would do something like this, value. Then of course the teleport's been changed, the new subcommands, which I've gone over, server commands now run the world. There's just lots of, and then there's tons of bug fixes as usual. So of course there will definitely be more, but it's great. Some of the more important ones were Scoreboard Reset removes name from sidebar of different, and we have italics false does not make the name italic, which is super huge. If you don't know what that is, if I do give @p, we're going to give ourselves a diamond sword, and now I actually didn't mention this in the last video, but because I didn't realize that what it was. But if we can do something like this, if we put our quotes around it, this has been switched over to JSON. If you don't know what that is, it is basically used for telraw. We can do text colon, and we're just going to copy and paste this just to make it a little bit nicer, and we are going to call this yes. Our diamond sword will be yes, and we're going to actually copy and paste this whole thing just to make it easy and easier. So we're going to make it color, and we're going to make it red. And if you give it, you'll notice it is italicized, it looks like. So you can just add here. If I copy this, okay, you can add italic, and we should be just able to do it. Now italic is special, you just want to do italic false, and is that italic? I think that's right. I'm not sure. Let me check real quick. Oh well, I can't get that to work. Just ask some other people who've been messing around with a snapshot, and I don't think they can get that to work as well, which is a shame because that's a pretty big feature. But oh well. There's been lots of other bugs, but nothing too important. Yeah. Oh, one last thing to mention though. If you remember the execute as stored the way you face, that is now in @ so where your location is also stores which way you are facing. You can also once again teleport to exact X rotation. That's pretty easy. Just So 0, 0 should do it. And yeah, you can see I'm at 0, 0, which is just a nice little fix. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this snapshot video, then be sure to leave a like. If this video helped you in any way, definitely leave a like because it helps me out for helping you guys out. And if you haven't seen my circle generator, then be sure to check that out. It should be on screen right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.